Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I decided I'm gonna do a get ready with me video, so this isn't gonna be one of my longer ones. But you know, I just wanted to post more. So I'm also gonna kind of break down what I use. I mix these two in because I'm a cheapskate, and then I put it on my face. It's been working perfectly fine for me, so I can't complain. I can't complain. You know, like there is nothing to complain about when it comes to like using this combo. It took me a while to figure out how much to pump, you know, the sunscreen and then the moisturizer. You know, okay, fuck me. And today's one of those days where I didn't put enough, so I'm just gonna add moisturizer because I feel like my neck isn't moist enough. Anyways, normally I also put my hair up, but I look really bad with my hair up or my hair back. So, yeah. My mirror is also down here. I don't have a vanity. Anyways, I also I don't use foundation. I go in with the Lasting Perfection concealer thing. I use this one, and I just use concealer. I don't tend to go in with foundation. I don't see a point in it. I always just put concealer on my face. I need to sneeze. There we go. Jesus. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, then I don't automatically blend it in. I let it sit. And while I do that, I use this eyeshadow palette. Yes, eyeshadow palette, because again, I'm not a wasteful person. I grab a angled brush. I mix in a bit of these two darkest shades because my roots, I don't know if you can see my roots. They're blonde, but they look really grey. Dark and brown, and I like brown hair. I like brunettes. Like I used to be brunette for a long time. I will put a picture of it up on the screen, maybe multiples of me over the years. So, you know, I've been a brunette. I've been a lot of colors, guys. You can see the hair colors I've had for the past 2 years on my TikTok, which link in description and also on the screen. I do also have Instagram, by the way, which I think that's linked on my TikTok. So, because I can't work it like Instagram. Anyways, after I do my brows, which sometimes I just kind of bluff out with my finger, like fluff it out, kind of. They don't tend to look that bad. I think today I went a little dark, but that's fine. I don't care. And then I just blend everything in. I don't wet the beauty blender. I used to, but I don't see a difference it does when it's wet. So yeah, let me just. Anyways, after I do that, I normally go in with, again, Collection blush stick in shade 4 Peach. I'm being very professional here. I don't tend to care that much. I was gonna get a different shade, but then I went with this one, and I do like it. I think it's very nice. I put it on my nose too. I tend to just love a bit of blush on my nose. That's just a me thing. Not everyone has to do it. Sometimes I put too much. I'm not picking my nose out to get me septum out, because sometimes when I dab on my nose, it hits a little. Anyways, then I kind of blend it in with in a circular motion. I'm looking down because my mirror is down and I feel really bad, guys. So, you know. There we go. I zoomed in the camera because I feel like it would be just better. if it's zoomed in, because I kind of forgot if I had it zoomed in or not. Let me just... I feel like you can't do too much blush. Well, you can, but then blush is also the first thing that wipes off your skin. So, try to over put that shit on. You know, put a lot of it on and then just, you know, it would just all wash off anyways. Which is really sad. I love blush. It's so cutesy. Okay, I moved the camera again a little because hopefully you can see all of me now. You could anyways, more or less see more of me. But I only wanted to zoom in because now I'm going to go into my eyes, so I will zoom in on the video, not on the camera. So I use a eyelash curler, which we're not gonna discuss why it's so dirty and disgusting. Not around here. We don't. Not around here. Actually, before we get into that, I'm wrong. I sometimes do eyeshadow. I'm gonna grab this Naturals palette. Here you go, which I actually got my mum a few years back. She never used it, so, you know, I can't complain. I use the shade, this sparkly one, like a little too much. I used to. You know, I normally would grab a bigger brush, but I can't be bothered. Look at me be a professional. Look. Perfect. Get all that excess off, you know. Gotta just dab all of that in, mush it around, and then perfect. Then again, I feel like I shouldn't do that with this one. There we go. I'm gonna blend it in with my finger as well. I just want to look shiny today. Today's just a shiny day for me. Anyways, over I do just the same thing. Perfect. Then let me just kind of look at it. Yeah, it looks fine. Nothing crazy. Then we take the horrifically disgusting, dirty eyelash curler, and I'm gonna move my mirror up so then I don't have to look down, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, so I can zoom in on it. So, I don't put mascara on first because it also damages, like, eyelash curlers damage lashes anyways, I feel like. But I look up, I crimp it at the bottom a little, curl it, and then I kind of move it up, and I just push it a few times and hold, and push it a few times and hold. And then I don't nag my lashes out of it, like some people do. That's why people end up not having eyelashes, because they tug on it while it's still clipped. They just go, you gently let go of it, you open your eyes. You let your lashes naturally pull off. Anyways, then I use my, again, collection. I didn't realize I had so many. Length and Uplifting Volume 1 mascara. This is actually really, really nice. Like, look at the wand. I like the wand. It's a nice wand. And then I just kind of, I sometimes go like this as well. But I first go downwards. And yes, I have my mouth open, which is really sad. So, you know, you just drag up and shake. That's what I do, at least. I'm acting as if this is a tutorial. You can use this as a tutorial if you guys want to look like me. Do my makeup like me. But you don't have to. Then I at some point just go like this, just to, you know, make sure everything's coated. I do one coat because I just feel like if I don't, if I do more than one, it might just collapse. And then I just, and then I don't curl them again. Maybe at the end, very end. and then I do the same thing. So then I go into my holy grail. If I always wear eyeliner, put it on my screen, there's photos. I never don't wear eyeliner. If I don't, it's either I'm giving my skin a break. But I also have collection. I thought I was an elf girl. I did. I honestly thought I loved elf. I do. I had an elf mascara, it ran out, and then I had this one, and now I'm using up this one because I'm not wasteful. I'm gonna buy another one. I'm not over consuming. Then again, I have a bunch of lipsticks I don't use. Anyways, I have the 14 hours waterproof fast stroke. My dog came in. Right, I do record on my bed. Here's Brex. Here's my dog. Have you seen him in my other video? He likes to come in and watch me sometimes get ready. I guess today is one of those days. Aw, he's so cute. Anyways, so I've had problems opening this thing for ages right now. Like, it just, oh, I got it. So again, I'm not gonna speak, but my eyelids are completely different than anyone else. Not everyone else's, but depends on your eyelid, how you do your eyeliner. I'm gonna want to demonstrate this before. Okay, so I normally do this with my eyelids, and I go at the end, or halfway, pull, and then go down, but not too much. And then I just go along as I want, because then when I'm looking forward, normally it doesn't go like to the weird thing eyeliner does if you have a eye shape there, you know. So I do puppy liner, the professional term. Perfect. There we go. Then I'm not going to speak on the other one. I also tend to put a lot less eyeliner on the actual wand, let's say, when I first do the line, because then I don't have, if I ruin it or do something wrong, I can just dab it off. As you guys saw, I did do a mistake. When I do this eyelid, I tend to go up by accident, and I really didn't want to. So, yeah. When this happens, you just wipe off and do again. Well, I'm back. I'm not ashamed to admit that I do sometimes really ruin my eyeliner. I'm just gonna... There you go. I don't try to take off a lot of it off. Then, also remember always, they're sisters, not twins. It's not gonna be the same. I go in like that, and I go, what? That's good. I have a little bit of now, if you can see, a bit of my blush missing, so I'm just gonna re-dab that in and dab that in myself. It won't be as perfect as it was before, but it's still there. Then, normally, sometimes I finish on here. Sometimes when I do colourful eyeshadow, I put it underneath my eye. I tend to put eyeshadow underneath the lid. Lately, I've been doing... Is this collection again? But I've been doing like dots under my eyes. So I go one dot. I don't know if you can see that. One dot, and then I go a little bit smaller dot. And then... Oh, normally... Okay, I try to do smaller dots every time. So... Like that. You can mess around with it. Sometimes you can just do other stuff as well. I just want to funk up my makeup a little bit more. So here, let's go again. Boop. 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 There you go. Yeah, that's all I do. Sometimes I could do little hearts. Depends on what I'm doing, depends where I'm going, depends if I'm going anywhere. And then I do last step. Let me just try my lips. Lip liner, again by Collection. I got this one, this one's new. I'm gonna go grab my lipstick. We're not gonna judge, but this is the state of my favorite lipstick known to man. It is still very usable because I've been using just a brush. Anyways, let's get into the lip lining. I'm not good with lip liner. I'm gonna kneel down, so I'm gonna, so you guys can see. If you have any tips for me in the comments, guys, about lip liner, anything, just let me know, please. I would always love some advice. We're gonna not question the thing on my lip. I bit my skin. I'm a very bad lip biter. The inside of my skin biter. Anyways, then I would normally just use a lipstick, but because this lipstick's like running out and I've been just using this brush, so I just kind of dab my brush around and just... And that's it. That's normally what I do. Oh, let me undo my hair. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna have to fix my hair and come back. I'm back, guys. I did my fringe. I also tend to give myself a kind of middle parting going. So I did that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little makeup tutorial video. If you guys want any more, let me know. And I will see you guys next week. So, bye!